got another outlook for JCI. So this is the whole outlook. We see there's a bearish divergence. And then I got the time analysis for JCI. The sun will have a trine with the Uranus on the 19th to 20th September. And then we found the vibrational date here, and the price is rising higher towards this date. It means when the Fed do something about the interest rate, probably the JCI gonna go down for a while.
And now let's dive deeper into IDX and U.S. market performance ahead of FOMC. We will be joined by our analyst, Gamma Goyardi, Astronacci founder and CEO. Gamma, thank you so much for being with us. So heading into the Fed FOMC meeting, how many basis points do you expect the Federal Reserve to cut?
So I believe they're not going to hold it, okay, or maybe not going to increase it, but probably hold, or at least they're going to reduce about 25 basis points because there will be no significant macroeconomic situation for them to lower it more than 25. Let's say they like push it down until 50 basis points. There's no reason from it, at least from what I see.
Yeah.
So probably going to be like 25 basis points.
I know that there are a lot of underlying factors influencing the decision later.
Yeah.
But how are recent CPI and PPI data influencing the Fed's decision on interest rates?
Yeah, the main problem for the Fed kept increasing the rate before it was the inflation in the U.S. is rose significantly.
Indeed.
And then if we see in the data now, the CPI is keep slowing down and really soft now. So I believe to maintain the good economy growth in the U.S., they should consider to reduce the interest rate. Then people can start buying home and then do the mortgage or some consumer credit, something like that. Otherwise, it's going to be like a bubble in the credit because the debt is already high. So if they cannot pay the debt, and then there will be another like subprime mortgage bubble that's going to happen this year. So I believe if the inflation already soft, they should lower the interest rate. But the problem is what's going to be the effect for the global market when the U.S. reduce the interest rate.
But not only in domestic United States, we will see, let's see how it will actually influence the economy outside of the country.
Of course.
Let's say, let's take a look at Indonesia. How will the FOMC decision impact on Indonesian bond, stocks, or any foreign investment?
For example, we always follow whatever the Fed does. So when the Fed increases, the BI will also increase it. So the Bank of Indonesia also will push the interest rate lower, which is that will be great for us. And now in a macro perspective, we already have like surplus in our trade balance. And then if we can get a lower interest rate, that will be good for people, right? But doesn't mean that the stocks market will be also be better with a cut rate in Indonesia. So that's a two perspective. If we see that the BI gonna reduce the interest rate, lower it down, probably the market gonna have some correction. But people out there, they're gonna have like a little bit holiday because they have a lot of loans, and then now they can get a little cheaper interest from their loan.
And if they proceed with the cut of interest rates, what can we expect from the U.S. stock market in the say in the short term?
Well, in the U.S. stock market, let's say we're talking about the S&P 500 or Dow Jones, something like that. We're talking about a potential rally when the interest rates they push it down.
Okay, I think we have
the data here.
Some data.
Yep.
Okay, so this is the inflation rate.
Yeah, so if you can see the August dropped significantly compared to the July, and this is one of the strongest reasons why the Fed want to lower the interest rate, right? And then this is the impact on the JCI. If you see that, based on the data, every time the Fed lower or reduce the interest rate, the JCI also have a correction. So this is like a very harmful effect to our country, which is for market. For people out there, probably they're gonna be happy, but if we're doing the stock market trading, investing, so this is something that we need to watch out, right? And then I got another outlook for JCI. So this is the whole outlook. We see there's a bearish divergence on the daily chart. It means that the multiple higher peak here, it means that the bullish trend has happened for the past few weeks, right, since August. But you see the momentum is lowering. This could be a trigger that, like a signal, that, hey, the JCI may need a little break and then do a correction, and the trigger will be possibly an interest rate. And then I got the time analysis for JCI. the Sun will have a trine with the Uranus on the 19th to 20th September, and then we found the vibrational date here, and the price is rising higher towards this date. It means when the Fed do something about the interest rate, probably the JCI gonna go down for a while.
Okay, should the U.S. stock market increase?
Well,
right, let's say, might the IDX experience a decline as investors might be interested more in the U.S.
market? So this is the data that we have. The S&P 500 is a bullish rally when the U.S. interest is on hold or cut. So based on this data, every time it's going down like this is the interest rate, you can see that the S&P 500 going higher. It also happened in 2022. That was 2020, and this is 2022. The U.S. interest rate hikes, the stock market drops. So there will be a negative correlation. So if tonight the Fed will lower the interest rate, we probably will see the Dow Jones of S&P 500 a little bit get appreciation.
With the situation that we've been talking about, and also with a lot of conditions considered, if you were to give your insight and opinion, where would you put your bets? Bond, stocks, gold?
Well, gold will get appreciation, of course, right? And most likely I'm going to put some in gold, and then I'm waiting for Indonesia's stocks market to lower down, because for the past weeks it's rally, and I cannot buy my favorite stocks because it's got appreciation, and I need some correction to go buy more in Indonesia stocks. So this is probably going to be a good momentum when JCI got some correction. And then for you that really like to trade the U.S. market, we can see the S&P 500 probably going to continue rises heading to 5825, okay? And then it's very clear that the trend is bullish, and then the trigger is just for the interest rate when they lower it down. We believe that the S&P 500 is going to go higher.
Okay, so let's say if you have one more thing to deliver, to say to our viewers at the moment, considering all the situation that we've been talking about, if there's any.
Well, the interest rate will create a huge market volatility, and a market volatility will be an opportunity. So we're looking to the gold to move higher to 2600 plus, okay? And then we're looking for a little correction for Indonesia stocks market, which is that's the best opportunity to buy. Make sure you're looking for the long-term bullish for some big stocks. And then some of banking stocks probably gonna get affected. And I call for buy on weakness when we see another correction after the 19th September. So for Indonesian market, we probably gonna see the peak or price reversal within 19 to 20 September. But after that, we're doing buy on weakness. And then for you who wants to trade in the US market, probably this is the time to keep holding. And then how about the Bitcoin? Bitcoin probably gonna rise back to 62,000.
62,000.
Yeah, probably roughly about 60 to 62,000 because of the interest rate.
All right. So Astronacci, founder and CEO, Gemma Guyardi, thank you so much.
Thank you so much
for being here with us, and
My
also
pleasure.
thank you so much for your insights.